So, about 5 years ago at this point, Figma released a figure that I still would regard as one of my favorites that I've ever owned. And now, today, they've released a sequel of sorts. This is the Figma Zero Suit Samus from Metroid Other M. Samus has always been one of my favorite characters, and getting more figures of her is always a great thing. The Zero Suit was first introduced in Metroid Zero Mission, and I've fallen in love with it since, sometimes preferring her Zero Suit design to her more suited up designs. Out of the box, this figure looks really quite great, with a few issues that I'll talk about later. As I said before, this figure is based off of Other M, which really means it's based on all the other ones, because the design isn't that much different. The one noticeable difference is the beauty mark on Samus's face. I believe that was first introduced in Other M, if I'm not mistaken. She also has an alternate face to show a more, I guess, kind expression, whereas the other one is far more angry. Not only that, but she also has a completely different head sculpt to show her younger appearance in the game. This is probably what I would display the kinder face with as she's younger, although this head does look like it's missing something. Any objections, lady? There, that's much better. I love that both Samus figures come with a thumbs up or thumbs down accessory. The rest of the Zero Suit is detailed just as well as her face. It's a pretty simple design, so it would have been really hard to screw this up. I like all the little details on here, such as the emblems on her back and on her hand. So as for other accessories, she comes with her pistol, that I don't really remember her using very much in the game. Then again, I haven't played it since it came out. She also has half of a pistol that you can pop into her gun holster. I'm not sure why they couldn't just make it so that her actual gun could fit in the holster. She also comes with what I'm assuming is Adam's helmet. I think this is either Adam's or Anthony Higgs. You can have her holding this under her arm, but really the only thing I think it's good for is so that Samus can act out some Shakespeare. She comes with pretty much the standard alternate hands. She's got the jazz hands, a few open-fisted hands, a few hands to hold the weapon in, a few fisted hands, and that's pretty much standard at this point. If you've ever picked up a Figma figure before, or a SH Figuarts, or any figure in this scale, you know exactly how the articulation works. And there is pretty much no hindering this articulation, which is really nice, as she doesn't have anything hindering her arms, her legs. Now, here come the issues that I have with this figure. These are very minor, but can kind of get under my skin. As you can see from the side, this figure's neck is protruding quite a bit, giving her a kind of hunched appearance. I'm not quite sure why they did that, maybe to make action poses look a little bit better. I do wish you could actually fix her neck and maybe, you know, have some sort of neck articulation, but that is not the case. And this next problem isn't really a problem, like, specifically with this figure. A lot of Figma and SH Figuarts, and if you collect figures like this at all, you've encountered this. She cannot stand perfectly straight on her own, because her legs just aren't like that for some reason. She'll be leaning to one way or the other, so the stand is really the best way to go. Overall, I'd have to say this is one of the best figures I've played with in a while. I don't usually do this. I usually pose them, and then that's it. They're on the shelf. Maybe I'll repose them a little bit down the line, but I've had a lot of fun posing and reposing and just kind of playing around with this figure. And this figure really does look the best next to the other previously released Samus figure. So if you are a fan of Metroid, Samus, or just Nintendo in general, this is a must-have figure. It is a very good representation of Samus out of her suit, and looks phenomenal next to the previously released Samus figure. Way to go, Figma. Once again, you are bringing my dreams to reality. Now, if you could just make a King DDD Nendoroid, I will love you forever. Thank you.